So the Minnesota Vikings almost got it done week 3, historic U.S. Bank Stadium, as the Tennessee Titans came in to just blah, 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 blah. So the first half, phenomenal. Showed that this team was not as terrible as they showed in weeks 1 and weeks 2. They are not the Lions. They are not the Jets. They are not the Giants. They're not the Bengals. They're not the Eagles. They're not down that tier. By the way, the whole tank for Trevor contingent, 0-16 may not even do it this year. So it's rough. But then second half happened, and then the Minnesota Vikings happened, which is just great. So, I mean, there are good and bad things to take out of this. I mean, if the Vikings had won one of the first 2 games, and they were 1-2 at this point, it would be a lot more promising. But 0-3 is a bit of a hole to dig out of. No, I'm not in the tanking contingent quite yet. Again, if we're 0-6 at the bye, then you son of a bitch, I'm in. But as of right now, this team showed that they are too talented. They actually do have a spark. Maybe not on defense. And who is that on? Oh, that's on head coach Mike Zimmer. That's his baby. 444 yards of offense, 6th most allowed in the Zimmer regime. Only second to week 1. Only second to week 2. But whatever. I mean, yeah. We'll get into why it's all on Zimmer. But a lot of positives to take away from this game. Let's focus on those first, because smile through the pain. 0-3 Vikings visiting the 0-3 Texans. Someone's got to win. They're not going to tie. Shut up. All right, so let's get into 5 winners and the losers from the game that was. So winner number 1, it's got to be rookie phenom Justin Jefferson, the pride of LSU. He's more than just a slot cornerback. Pretty damn amazing, right? 7 catches, $175, and a touchdown on 9 targets, including a 71-yard touchdown catch, which is absolutely a thing of beauty. And Justin Jefferson came in. You love his cocksure attitude. He's not scared of anyone. I mean, Malcolm Butler's a damn good cornerback, right? And Justin Jefferson ate Malcolm Butler's lunch. Even though if you were listening to the announcers, it would not seem that way, because Butler broke up a pass to Thielen in the end zone, and what it was that Cousins underthrew Thielen, and it hit Butler in the back of the helmet, and the announcer was like, oh, what a play! Malcolm Butler does it again. No, absolutely not. But Justin Jefferson, 104 receiving yards in the first half, which is a Vikings rookie record, even more than Randy Moss. It was amazing getting space and working in the slot as well as outside. He is that true wide receiver too. I don't even think Olabisi Johnson got a target today. Let's look that up. No, he did not. I can't wait to see the snap counts, because I don't remember 81 on that field very often. But 18 is here to stay. He is that dude. He's great at contested catches. He is Kirk Cousins' BFF, and it's great to see, because you could tell that the Titans were giving a ton of attention to Thielen. Thielen was like the Derrick Henry for their defensive game plans. Like, hey, anyone besides 19 is going to beat you. And then Justin Jefferson did for most of the game. Depressing. Next up, winner number 2, Dalvin friggin' Cook. Career high in rushing yards, 22 carries, $181, and a touchdown, 8.2 yards per carry. Finally dedicated to getting him the rock. And yeah, the game script certainly helped out, as well as the Vikings were behind by a score or held the lead throughout the game. I did have that one fumble early, whereas off of CJ Ham, that's a very Vikings thing to happen. But beautiful 39-yard touchdown run. He just established yet again why he's one of the most dynamic and just amazing running backs in the league. As well as all the Dalvin haters got their chuckles in when Dalvin limped off with an ankle injury towards the end. I did play the final series, so you should be good to go there. But hopefully it's just a tweak. Winner number 3, Harrison Smith. So no Daniil, no Everson, no Barr, no problem. So I just love how Harris and Harrison have really stepped up and made the secondary, they're the captains. They're the leaders back there. End zone interception to kill some momentum in the first half. Also broke up the 2-point conversion in the second half. And also just the work of trying to tackle Derrick Henry all friggin' day. Like, Harrison did have one Ole play, but overall 22 played a hell of a game. Next up, winner number 4, Yannick the Freak Ngakoue had a nice Derrick Henry tackle for loss. Oh, he can play the run. It's crazy. Also did have a strip sack of Ryan Tannehill in the second half. Once again, he's the only one getting any sort of consistent pressure on the quarterback for the Vikings. That'll probably be the case until Daniil Hunter gets back from his herniated disc. Hopefully, it's within the next couple weeks and he's fully healthy. But because this team has shown spark. I mean, if this team rolled over and died like they did the first 2 weeks, then I would be with you. Like 0-3, non-competitive in 3. Okay, let's tank. But no, not quite at that point yet. Winner number 5, Eric Kendricks. once again solidifying himself as the best off-ball linebacker in the league. Led the team with 10 tackles, had a nice pass breakup on Derrick Henry on third down. Was one of the big parts of just trying to gang tackle Derrick Henry all friggin' day long. It would be nice to have a 350-pound nose tackle in front of him. Odd. Weird, right? Yeah. Honorable mention winners. Rudy with the toe drag swag touchdown. Anthony Harris broke up a couple passes. Also, the Derrick Henry 4th and inches where he did not make it, where he tried to leap over the pile. Kendricks hit him, and Harris drug him back. Whatever. Also, Harris gave the pregame speech. Usually Everson Griffin's role, but it's good to see him stepping up as the vocal leader on this very young team that needs one. DJ Wonnum for his career sack, even though it was a bad snap and basically just like Wonnum fell on him. Don't care. Still counts as a 20-yard sack. Eric Wilson is playing some really good ball as well. Got the role as the play caller, got that green dot on his helmet, so he's in place of Anthony DeBar. So he's out there doing good things. Losers. Oh, baby. So Mike Zimmer single-handedly lost this game. The lack of adjustments on defense in the second half. His secondary got exposed yet again after holding up okay in the first half. You burn a timeout on that absolutely stupid-ass Jonnu Smith challenge, which was never going to be overturned. There was never enough evidence to even suggest that was going to be overturned after it was ruled a catch on the field. And then just the game management of the clock towards the end. It's just absolutely... It's unreal. It's unreal. And even though Adam Gase may be the first coach fired, probably after they get boat raced on Thursday Night Football by the Broncos, by the Blake Bortles-led Broncos, Zimmer is really, really lucky that he signed that extension and makes it a lot harder to fire him because it would be tough. Other losers. So Holton Hill, so he dropped the potential game-winning interception, so he's got that going on for. Oh, also Xavier Rhodes had a pick six. Did you guys see that? Awesome. He set the tone early on, was burned by Khalif Raymond on a 44-yard go route. Also gave up clutch first downs to Corey Davis as well as Adam Humphries throughout the game. Jeff Gladney in the second half gave up that monster deep post route to Khalif Raymond yet again in the third quarter. Also Drew Samia. So Drew Samia's season might be canceled, man. And I understand that his first start, he went up against DeForest Buckner. This start, he went up against Jeffrey Simmons. But it's not like you get to play the little sisters of the poor defensive interiors every other week. Like, there are amazing defensive interior players on almost every single team except for the Vikings out there. So, yeah, I mean, it's not like he gets to play the Vikings. This is Madden. Ain't that. So I have concerns. Rashad Hill had a false start on a field goal, which set him back, and then they got it back, and then Bailey missed it, 49-yarder. Also loser, Dan Bailey missed that 49-yarder. That would have come in handy. It would have. Irv Smith. It's frustrating with Irv Smith because we know he's super talented, but he has more dumb penalties than catches this year. That's super hard to watch. Also, just on that 3rd and 15, when the Vikings had the ball and they're trying to salt away the clock, just that check down to noted yards after catch aficionado Kyle Rudolph, who then gets out of bounds. Cool. And then Cousins, Cousins had an up and down day. He looked great throwing to Jefferson, and also just he could not sustain a drive in the second half. Like, Vikings leaned on Dalvin Cook like they should, but Cousins and the timely throws that he was supposed to have just wasn't always there. Offensive line was a big time problem as well. Garrett Bradbury had a bit of a rough day after looking great through the first 2 weeks. Of course, Jeffrey Simmons is going to do that quite a bit. Also had that bad snap that sent the Vikings way back on the final drive, and it's just rough, man. But keep hope alive. This team actually showed a little bit of spark to show that they're not dead. 0-3 Texans coming up. Vikings can get through the first quarter of the season 1-3. Playing some good ball. Maybe get Danielle Hunter back. Might have a stew going. Either way, Justin Jefferson star, Dalvin Cook star. Bring back Danielle and let's get this thing going. But what are your thoughts, winners and losers? Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work? Pull us on the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.